That's on.
Things are hit. Things are going on. Oh, fuck.
Dude, with the leg.
Always. I'm like
a yogi.
I wish I was more flexible.
Not like that. Not like the just a smooth
No, just
transition.
so you can move around, like so you feel less old.
Why don't you take yoga?
Because that means I have to show up somewhere. I have to leave the house.
Yeah, that's true too.
I have to sign up for something, pay for something.
Yeah, all that shit.
And I don't want to be around any of those man bun type of yoga guys.
Yeah, but they're
wearing
flexible.
a bunch of beads and
beads
like around their wrist. I don't need that.
Sounds like you're talking about surfers. I don't think.
No, I don't think
you'll hear the beads rattling in yoga. It's supposed to be quiet in there.
Yeah, but
I used to go every week. It was great. But then the pandemic happened. I broke my brain.
You were doing yoga?
Every 3 days a week. 4 days a week. I was good, and then the pandemic screwed up the place. You know, it was all shut down. So I was like, they said, well, we have some yoga classes online. Take them online, right? So I logged in, and I did them at home, and I got angry. It broke me.
Were you trying to push too far?
No, I just had the reverse effect. Like I left an hour of yoga more angry, not relaxed. But in the
Why?
way,
Because you weren't in like the flow.
Maybe. I don't know.
It takes a while.
I was doing it for 2 years. I was good.
Okay.
But what happened was being isolated alone was a whole different vibe. There's a different energy when you're in a room with 30 people.
Right.
Doing yoga. It was hot yoga, so it was sweating. But it's good.
You liked it?
I did.
A lot of people say that they like it, but I just can't picture it.
When I talk about the yoga, I'm not doing the crazy yoga. Like, this is normal poses for humans, not those weird lifting yourself up with your thumbs and twisting your neck around your head and your leg and under your ankle. None of that. Yeah. This was more...
No contortionist stuff?
No, this was more flowing, easier poses, which was great. But then whatever happened during the pandemic, I broke my brain, and now I don't want to go. Maybe I'll go.
I think all exercises like that, like when you get out of the pattern, the hardest part is to get back into it.
Right.
And then once you're in it, then you're like, yeah, what was I doing, avoiding this?
Right.
But it's good.
Well, hopefully.
How'd you feel when you were doing yoga 2 years?
I always felt good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was limber.
Cool.
Loose.
Limber?
Loose.
Loosey-goosey?
Yeah.
Cool.
But we'll see. Well, maybe God will add 2 hours a day. So there's more time now to go to the gym and, but we don't have that.
All right. You going to buy some Birkenstocks?
No.
No?
Right. Sandals on a man are dumb.
Yeah.
You have to wear
mandals.
Yeah, you have to wear sneakers or barefoot. You go barefoot, I have more respect than.
Every time I swallow on camera, I hear it.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like when I'm listening to these back.
Especially those other videos you make.
Yeah.
I think people like that swallow.
Well, it's hard to get that down.
After you know what you've done.
You got to force it a little bit.
After you know what happened. Dude, every time we do these things, musicians die.
What?
I said every time we do an episode, musicians die. Now Burt Bacarach's dead.
Well, good.
What?
No, I don't know.
Whoa.
Are you saying that we caused their deaths?
I don't know. Or maybe they just do it so we have something to talk about.
They're just fucking old. Oh, yeah, maybe they do. What was that movie? It was the Mike Myers movie, right? Where he was playing in a...
Oh, yeah, he played
in a limo or something.
Yeah, on the roof of a thing or something, yeah.
Gondola or some shit, right?
Yeah, so like he was so popular when we were 70s, he was popular. It was like, when yacht rock was too heavy, it went down a level to Burt.
Air Supply was like...
Too heavy for you.
Yeah, it was nearly Satanist.
Right.
Yeah.
Burt brought you back down.
Those Air Supply people could burn down a church, dude.
They probably did.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be angry if I was grown up and listened to the Air Supply.
They were huge. So REO Speedwagon was gigantic back then.
Yeah.
It was like Bat Out of Hell.
That's corporate rock. Well, that's Meatloaf. It's all corporate rock.
Right. I'm just listing all the shit. And Supertramp.
Oh, yeah. I just remember the album cover. The lady,
diner?
Yeah. Holding the...
Flo? She looked like Flo, right?
Yeah, it's the only thing I remember. I don't remember any songs.
Breakfast in America, I think it was called.
I don't remember any of the songs. Do I?
I'm trying to think. I can hear the melody, but I don't know the words.
Right.
Something about you calling me a radical, a liberal.
Oh, that's that.
Na, 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 na.
Sounds like it was written today.
I don't know the words.
Yeah. That was the only song on that record.
It's the only one I could think of off the top of my head.
Like I only remember that, and I only remember
because I used to remember listening to Casey Kasem. Used to do the top 40, and that shit was always in there.
Yep. Thought you were gonna curse less.
What'd I say?
Shit. Now I did.
Fuck.
Yeah. There you go. Screwing this all up already.
Yeah. Well, it's a process.
It's human nature. It's
hard
nature.
to break years and years and years of
cursing for no good reason.
Yeah, it's punctuation, right?
We should do an episode where we just bleep every curse.
It's a lot of work for you doing the editing.
But it would just be funny to see the amount. Or just maybe put a counter. Every curse.
Can you do that? Can you add like a ping?
Or something, yeah. Like I'll put a little number on the bottom, yeah.
All right.
We could do something like that. Put a counter on the curse words.
Then I'm going to definitely have like a 6-pack before we start.
Yeah, I just won't tell you what episode we're going to do it.
All right.
So we'll always be on our best behavior. But it's funny, though, because he wrote so many songs for Burt Bacarach. Wrote so many songs for so many people. Like he wrote for Christopher Cross, and he wrote for Dionne Warwick, and he wrote for movies, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just amazing that he had this crazy career, though. It was so quiet. Like, you know what I mean? Like
a quiet career?
Yeah, like, I mean, you never heard of, like, Burt Bacarach playing the Meadowlands.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He was probably a Vegas guy, right?
I guess, right?
If anything.
Was he from Europe? Was he English? I think so. Not sure. It doesn't matter. He's dead. But,
it's pretty cool that they named that game after him.
I think it's spelled
that James Bond always plays.
Yeah. Baccarat.
Yeah. That's stupid.
I think
whatever. I don't give a shit.
there's
there's one thing. Put the counter up.
Man, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah.
But
dude, I just worked 16 hours.
So
this is gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So you went back for one day.
Did you? I did. I went into Manhattan for a day. It wasn't as desolate, anywhere near as desolate as I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
I thought it was gonna be like a complete war zone.
The walk from Penn Station.
I didn't walk.
Oh, you subwayed?
I took a car right to the door.
Oh, that's right. You went in. You drove.
But even like the traffic was considerably less. But also I was traveling at like 11 o'clock at night. Right. But there was people out on the street because it's like right across the street from Radio City.
Right.
And there was a show letting out, so there was a bunch of people there.
Okay.
There's just people walking up and down the streets. I mean, it wasn't crazy, but usually Midtown is kind of dead anyway because it's all corporate shit.
Right.
So there's nothing to do at night.
Right.
That's right. Got to share.
Thanks.
It's not a chili one this time. So
yeah, but still.
It's this fucking
Rock and Red
Meister
Stripes.
Brow that you bought.
It's Red Stripe. It's good for you.
It's Jamaican Meister Brow.
It's pretty good.
Schlitz.
Oh, it's even worse. I was reading the thing when the day after you went into the city, I read this article that the what do you call it is sick. The Taliban is sick of working 9 to 5 now too. It's a whole article that they're they don't want to work and they want to be out there fighting. And since everybody left, there's nobody to fight.
What do you mean everybody left? Everybody left what?
But the wars, like America left Afghanistan.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, so they have to go back to regular jobs.
Yeah, they all have regular jobs now.
They fight each other.
I guess.
Savages. That's what happens with people like that. They don't have anything else to do.
But I mean,
you can't go and get out of bomber mode.
Yeah.
And go back to like
inspecting pools in Afghanistan or whatever they got.
Filling up paper in a Xerox machine and your toner's low, call out fucking
shaking the machine.
Hey, come fill up the toner.
Yeah.
He slips a bomb in there.
There you go. I fixed it.
Yeah.
Try
back
it.
to his old ways.
Go try it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll probably be only a while.
They're like Project Mayhem.
Will they ever turn on themselves? I don't know. I mean, when you ran out of infidels.
I mean, isn't that how their country has been like a bunch of tribes fighting each other forever?
Right.
Pretty much. And then we armed Bin Laden's people.
Yeah, we slide
right? So that they went above because we made some deal with them and then he turned on us. And
right. And then the Russians funded the other guys. And
It's all a fucking stupid game.
So now they're doing garbage pickup permits, town council meeting. I don't know. What do you do 9 to 5?
Yeah. Now he's a
I'm-
kindergarten teaching her.
Yeah.
Teaching her. Oh, shut this guy up.
You're not even allowed to say her over there. They ban them people too. They ban chicks too. They ban ladies too.
I say kindergarten.
Oh,
Yeah, I couldn't even get I was making kindergarten and teacher a word. Just leaving out a couple extra syllables.
that helps.
Kinderners.
You're like those kids now doing them shorthand on their texts,
There you go.
but you're doing it in live chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Well, I mean, like I said, he's gone. Jeff Beck. Every episode, somebody's passing away.
I thought you were still talking about Bin Laden.
Nah,
I was like Bin Laden and Jeff Beck.
yeah, they were
It's
together.
weird to
They
group
did
them
a-
in a sentence.
They did a record,
Nice.
I think, right?
Yeah.
Or Robert Plant might have. I don't know. He did some weird records.
Bin Laden played the empty skull.
Clanking on the skulls
Yeah.
with like
like-
timpanis.
Journalist heads.
Or playing the like the cartoons, playing the ribs with the
Oh yeah, that was always a good one. On the skeleton.
yeah.
What
Yeah, maybe he's doing that.
is that thing called?
Telephone?
Mm.
Glockenspiel?
Is it a glockenspiel? The
I-
thing that you rake the stick across? It goes,
That's-
it's like a gourd, right?
Oh, the fish? I call it the fish.
Yeah.
It looks like a fish.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
fish with the, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they ever played together. We're guessing here. Sure, somebody could look that up. See if Robert Plant played with Bin Laden. I don't think he did, but he did that weird thing in the desert.
A video?
No, he did like a
He did
concert.
video on the
He did like some concert with some Middle Eastern or Indian musician.
Yeah.
And it was like in the middle of the desert. It was like weird. I mean, you know, anything to not play with Jimmy Page. He's like, he just keeps going farther away from the guy.
He's trying to start a different Burning Man, I guess.
I get. Well, he never wants to. He ever wants to go back to Page. You know, Page wanted to do reunions, and he's like, no,
Wants to do something different.
that's really different.
Yeah.
I mean, like to go 6,000 miles
Yeah,
away.
because
from
he
the
does
guy.
that Alison Krauss stuff, right?
Mhm,
Once in a while, they put out an album.
Right.
He's just not, it's like Zeppelin's
Done.
done. I don't need money.
Right.
I got money. I want to do stuff I like.
That was put out there where he.
I don't think he could sing it anyway at this
Oh
point.
God, no. Yeah.
But he could sing some kind of bluegrassy
Yeah.
blues stuff.
Man. Or just sit on his money.
No, you can't do that.
You know.
You die fast when you do that.
Right. I mean, but what is it? What was it? I think it was Dee Schneider who said he's not a front man, he's just a singer. Caused a whole bunch of stuff. Do you believe that?
Well, I mean, he didn't. No, it was different era.
Right.
He was definitely a front man.
Well, according to Dee, he was just a singer. A great singer. I
Whatever.
mean, he didn't put on a show. Dee wanted to see
It's
a
a
show.
different kind of show.
I agree.
It's a different kind of show.
But I'm not Dee
I
Schneider.
remember introducing somebody to Led Zeppelin,
Mhm.
right? In the early 2000s. And she was probably like 10 years younger than me or something. So she didn't grow up with it.
Right.
And as soon as Robert Plant came on the screen, his half shirt, his hip huggers, fucking big old sock in his pants,
Right.
and he's doing his thing, she was like,
She was
who is that? Like, she was on it.
she didn't even realize
he
he was
didn't
singing.
he was a front man without being ridiculous.
A showman.
Just because he wasn't wearing fucking ladies' clothes like D was.
He wasn't a showman, is what you're saying? He was
He was a showman.
his
But
own
he didn't
show.
need to be over the top. He just was himself.
Right.
Right? He didn't need to do all the crazy David Lee Roth stuff
Hmm,
or anything. He was just,
there.
he had it without being.
Presence.
There you go.
Terrible lyrics.
Yeah.
Enough about
You don't like the, you don't like
the
it.
wizards and the lemons. I can't. Enough of that.
Wizards and Lemons.
What else does he sing about? I don't even know. It's either wizards or lemons. He's like, but it's just funny because I guess they're the same. Maybe I don't know if they're the same age. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Dee's expecting. I mean, Bruce Dickinson runs around. He's got the big voice, but
Different show, though.
right.
Metal's a different thing. You can't compare metal and blues rock. It's a different thing.
Right.
You would look like a fucking idiot running around to no quarter. You know, we're gonna do that whole let's hear it up on the top. You look like a fucking idiot doing that shit. It's you know.
I agree.
Close the door, put a you know, fucking stupid.
He put Ronnie Dio in that category too.
Bouncing, you know, the beach ball around and bringing out the shirt gun. Boom, boom, boom. You look fucking stupid.
I've never been to a concert where they brought out a shirt gun.
You should.
Who brought out a shirt gun that you've seen? I've been to a baseball game where they threw out the shirts.
All right.
But I thought maybe you had factual evidence that a guy brought out a shirt gun.
Didn't I think was it Halford used to bring out a super soaker? Or no, Ozzy. Ozzy would bring out a super soaker and soak the crowd.
Right.
It's basically a shirt gun, just water.
Yeah, but you get nothing for it. You dry off.
You got pissed on by Ozzy. Hey.
Whoa. I mean,
sorry.
I would still.
Maybe it's leftover chili.
I would still.
Let me turn this shit off.
I would still be dying if I seen Halford run out with a t-shirt gun. Thump, thump.
No, you're right. It was Ozzy. I'm sorry.
That'd be hilarious.
I got my peoples mixed up.
Yeah, they're all the same.
I'm old.
You're forgetful.
I'm disturbed.
Yeah, he brought what's his name in there too. Dio. He said Dio wasn't a good front man. He was a good singer. It's a weird theory. I understand it, but it's a weird theory. It's a stretch.
But Dio is.
It's metal though.
Dio doesn't know what he just needs press time. He needs to shut the fuck up.
He likes attention.
Yeah.
Did you like him?
Because he's the best, right?
Nah.
So obviously he was the best, all around great singer.
Do you like him?
I do actually. I like listening to talk. Also, he's entertaining.
Yeah, I think he's entertaining.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of it's all about being D.
Right. Well, that's part of being a lead singer. It's all about you. It's not about anybody else.
Yeah. What do they call that? Lead
singer syndrome?
Lead singer syndrome?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they all have it. I guess you have to, right? It's like, you know, it's like having a body without a brain or a lungs or something.
Well, you got to be a little bit full of yourself to get up there and,
oh, yeah,
you know, try to command a crowd of whatever.
5,000, even 5,000.
Yeah, any, even 5.
Right.
Try to get 5 people's attention. Be like, hey, stop drinking and look at me.
Right. Right.
That's not easy to do.
So you need that thing.
Yeah, but those dudes, like Plant had his own thing. Dio definitely had his own thing. He was all wizardy and fucking doing his.
The other guy with rainbows and wizards.
Yeah, didn't he bring out the sword and shit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he was doing something.
Something.
And by the way, better singer than D. Snyder. Fuck you, D.
Ding.
Take that.
I agree.
Dio fucking made you look stupid.
Ding.
Yeah.
I'm dinging a lot.
I'm sorry.
I'm dinging a lot.
I forgot.
I believe they both were much far superior singers. I mean,
yeah. Maybe we just need a bell. Just
keep hitting the bell.
Yeah.
It's not like we're working at a diner.
No, there's got to be some kind of. Can we set up electric shocks for each other? Like if you curse, I hit the button. Oh. You're like, oh, but then you'll curse again,
right?
And then I'll double down.
It'll get worse.
But it can't be one of those that if you hold it, it continues.
Right.
Like a taser. It's
gonna be one and done.
Yeah, it's just gotta be like a little. Like maybe what we have to do.
Smoldering bodies.
Every time you curse, you have to take a 9-volt and put it on your tongue.
I mean, because the bell will sound like we work at a diner.
Pick it up.
Yeah. All this because we don't want to curse, but we have no choice. Jesus, what's going on over there today? You're like incomplete.
I'm just helping the people out.
Well, don't help those people. They don't need your help.
I got the loudest fucking neck ever.
You have a small throat?
There's like a little neck megaphone in there.
You have a small throat?
My throat's.
The opening's tiny?
You think that's what it would do it? I think if it was more cavernous.
Well, no, because it's getting like bogged up. You know how you pour into a funnel and it
doesn't feel like it's stuck.
It just feels like it's loud.
Yeah. We need somebody here to go get us beer.
Right.
So I'm going to have to walk.
Right. We need an intern. We need a beer intern, like that one show had.
Who wants to go get me beer?
One of you 7.
Send your applications to talkingontoilets@gmail.com.
That'll be fun.
I want to serve you beer.
See who shows up. You might not want that guy.
Or you
Girl.
do.
Oh, yeah.
Or you do.
I mean, remember, he's going to be roaming around your house, well, in between beer.
No way.
Who's going to sit there like one of those kids at the tennis match?
Put an ankle bracelet on that.
Chain up to the radiator.
Mother. Ding.
He'll be like, maybe he'll just sit like those kids at the tennis match. They squat down and just wait for,
wait
the
for the ball.
Yeah. You just give him the look and he'll run and go get you a new beer. Man, we've become lazy.
No, it's just...
Why not bring a fridge up here? We got everything else up here.
Okay.
Maybe not the whole fridge, but small one.
Yeah.
Your apartment fridge.
I have one in the garage.
So we can hear that rattling in here a moment more.
Yeah.
Yeah, just humming along.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know how we got from the...
Bring out a cooler.
Yeah, there you go. Like we're out fishing.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got from the Taliban to D. Schneider, but at all.
Well, he's part of the Taliban.
Is he?
Yeah.
Son of a
The Long Island Taliban. Cocksucker.
Is there a Long Island Taliban? Is there a cell in Long Island? There might be.
He doesn't live there anymore anyway.
He might.
No, he doesn't. He moved.
How do you know? Maybe he's got a house
He was
there.
on this past weekend a while back. And he
Okay.
had moved somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't remember where it was.
Texas. They don't seem to be moving to Texas.
No, I don't think it was in the country. I think it was like an island somewhere, like a Jamaica or something.
Really?
I think.
I don't see D. Schneider wandering around an island. Key West, maybe.
Why not?
I don't know.
He could be the king of Key West. D knows.
They might need one down there.
No.
No, they don't need a king of Key West.
Have you ever been to Key West?
No.
It's really tiny.
Right.
But there's a lot of drinking going on.
Okay. That's it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 2 streets.
Is it?
Like one main drag, which is funny because there's drag shows.
Is that
And then...
Is that the name of the show? The main drag?
So there's a beach and there's like a resort there and a bunch of houses that you can rent, and one straight shot all the way to the water, and then it goes up this way and there's a bunch of beach bars along there.
That's it.
That's kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is like houses, and there might be like a 7-Eleven or type thing,
Right.
convenience store in there, but it's not like
Are there any keys?
most of the stuff is condensed.
Can you go key? There's other keys, right?
Yeah.
And like you just get off the bridge, go to that key, get on the bridge, go to the next key. Is that how it works?
Well, it goes from the southern tip of Florida all the way out to Key West. There's one
Right.
road, one lane in, one lane out.
Is it a bridge or is it just a road?
It's both.
Both.
Well, it's a bridge between islands.
That's what I mean. But so there's like Key West, Key almost West, Key Center.
Key Largo, Key.
That's where that comes from.
Key your car. Key party.
Interesting set of islands I got down there.
Yeah.
No, I've never even been that far down to
I
Florida.
lost a key.
I run out of patience somewhere around Orlando or Tampa. Whatever.
I went to Key Largo for spring break. I took my girlfriend at the time, and her parents said that they were going to have me arrested when I got back.
Oh, how old were you?
I was 17, she was 15.
Oh, that could cause some trouble. Spring break in Key Largo at 17.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. Was it everything you'd hoped it would be?
It was kind of cool.
Was it?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, the water was great. You could walk out into the Gulf like forever before it actually dropped.
For the next 90 miles to get to Cuba or whatever?
Different direction.
Oh, that's right. That's the other side.
Yeah, because the islands off Florida kind of curve in to the Gulf, and Cuba's more that away.
Gotcha.
90 miles, right?
Right. It's amazing they make it over on a door. 90 miles on a door.
Well, as long as you don't have the cutout for the knob, you're good.
Yeah, right. So was it actually happening for spring break in Key Largo?
I was 17. I didn't know shit about shit.
So where'd you get the name from? The song? Is there a song with
Uh,
Key Largo with it?
I don't think so. But yeah, the fucking Kokomo song.
No, I think there's a song called Key Largo. Like
Key
Christopher
Largo,
Cross.
Montego.
No.
Baby, why don't we go?
No, I
Down to
think there's a
Kokomo?
song called Key Largo.
I don't know.
It's like one of those cocaine-fueled ballads like Christopher Cross and all that stuff.
Cocaine fueled ballads.
Whatever they're writing on. Amphetamines, maybe?
Okay.
Quaaludes? I don't know what they're
Maybe.
writing on.
All of it.
It was that chunk of quiet songs. But I think there was one called Key Largo.
The yacht rock stuff?
Yeah, it's all big now. It's the rage. Everybody's in a... not everybody, but there's a lot of...
Because it's got a cute name.
Right. There's a lot of yacht rock bands out there now. Doing those songs.
Like writing new songs?
No.
Or just covering
Covering
those?
them, wearing sailor hats and all that stuff.
Like the Captain and Tennille?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're no Robert Plant. I mean, they're not just up there with their pickle. They got their hat on. And people go see them in droves.
Okay.
I don't know why.
So it's like a 70s, 80s review of soft core rock and roll?
Yes.
Soft pop?
Soft pop. Yacht rock.
Did it have a name for it back then? It wasn't
No.
yacht rock.
Like contemporary music, maybe? Contemporary hits? Wasn't that what they called it at one time?
I'm a little jealous, though, I gotta say.
Of the yacht rockers or the 70s?
Yeah, because those motherfuckers all got yachts.
Allegedly.
Oh.
They say they have them. It's not that they do.
Hmm.
But I don't imagine anybody on a yacht listening to yacht rock. I feel like every video I see with
Well, I
yacht...
guess because they're saying that they're all like in their mid-50s, so they have old guy taste.
Yeah, but that's expensive. It's expensive to own a yacht.
Yeah.
When I see yachts, I see rappers on yachts. I see rap videos where they're on yachts. I don't see...
That's a video. You know, they rented that shit.
Right.
They don't own it.
Right. But I never see like, hey...
they rented the bitches and hoes.
Right.
Boats and hoes.
Right.
Boats and hoes.
Exactly. I mean, I just don't see
Goddamn, I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
I might have to watch that tonight.
It's a good reference point for everything that happens in life.
Yeah.
When he hits him with the bike.
It's just, everything in there is just great.
When he buries him alive.
Yeah.
I was holding my breath. What? And on that note,
I don't know. It kind of weirds me out when a beer bubbles like it's fucking ginger ale.
a lot of effervescence, they call that.
Call that dog shit.
How dare you? I know what
I didn't get a chance to go to the store and get more chocolate stouts.
I know what I'm getting tomorrow. Whole bunch of red shirts. No.
You can keep those fucks.
No,
they're all right.
Get them in your fridge.
Yeah.
They're refreshing.
They are refreshing.
Any kind of beer is refreshing. To a point.
Yeah.
If you're thirsty, it's refreshing.
I'm thinking like peels in a can.
Ooh.
Maybe not
Right.
so refreshing.
Or that horse shit Lisa bought.
Oh, God. That was the worst tasting shit I've ever experienced.
The sweet potato beer? Or the
Sweet
other one?
potato beer is fucked up.
Definitely buy
That is fucked up. That whoever invented that should get their ass kicked.
Mm-hmm. I think I still got 5 cans sitting in there.
Well, you should throw them away.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Eventually.
You think they'd be good for like watering plants or something?
I might try to cook with them.
Interesting.
Cook with sweet potatoes.
Maybe. Give it a hint.
I'll bring it back to its original form.
What would you do? Like a pot roast with sweet potato?
And
Sweet potato
beer?
infused pot roast?
I don't know what I'm going to do with them.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know if beer will water plants or kill them.
I don't know.
That shit, I don't know.
I don't know. You use them for target practice.
There you go.
It was gross. What was it? She bought some other thing that sucked on Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, she bought my nephew beer. Some
Pumpkin stuff, right?
Or whatever. It was something that she thought
Some
it was
kind of harvest.
It was something she thought was going to be funny for him.
Uh,
That was the goal. But I tried to think, no, just because it's got a funny name doesn't mean it's good beer. Because it's not.
All right.
Yes. All right. Dude,
There's that.
are you claustrophobic?
Yes and no.
Like if you fell asleep,
That seems to be my answer for everything.
everything.
Everything you say, I'm
Maybe.
like, yes. No, well,
I mean, like,
because I've been. All right, a friend of mine was going to take the FDNY test,
Mhm.
and as part of the test, you have to put on your gear
Mhm.
and crawl through these tunnels that they have set up.
Okay.
It's pitch black.
Okay.
Yeah, why not just knock that fuck
Yeah.
over?
There you go. Bing.
Oh, you missed a couple.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So I think if it was tight and enclosed like that, I also went in some caves in Northern California
Mhm.
that were really tight like that, and it's a little freaky.
Is it freak you out?
Yeah, but I've been in float tanks, isolation tanks.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me.
I mean, like if you fell asleep on the couch and you woke up in a body bag, would that freak you out?
I think it would be more the body bag than anything else.
The claustrophobia?
You ever think about getting buried alive?
Yeah. That would suck.
Like I think about how I would get out. Like I figure
How?
if you kick the coffin enough to break it and the dirt starts coming in, you can sort of push it around, and you'd have to kind of work that way out of it.
Do you think you could?
Because otherwise you couldn't make the hole over your face, right? Because then
Right.
you'd be eating all the dust and dirt.
Right, but could you actually kick a coffin lid?
Dude, if you're gonna die, you do whatever
try.
the fuck until your foot breaks.
All right, well, let's
Right?
see. So you're not going to get suffocated, are you? Because are you in a concrete box besides the coffin?
You really think somebody who's burying you alive is gonna go through the whole interment process?
I don't think he's going to bury you alive in a coffin.
No, you're probably like 2 feet deep in a box,
leaves.
in a plywood box.
If that. If they're trying to get rid of you, they're probably just throwing you in a garbage bag.
Right. Okay, but then that's easy to get out of.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think you can crawl through 2 feet of dirt? That's a lot of dirt.
You'd have to work it out, right? You'd have to get a hole, like push it down by your feet, a little bit in, so it creates a pocket. And you'd have to work it. If you just went crazy and ripped open the bag,
right,
you're fucked because you're just gonna eat dirt because you don't know how deep you are when you just wake up and you're like
pushed in. You're mushed in the dirt.
Yeah.
Then you got to kick your way. You're going to kick your way out from your knee because you don't want to create any.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot. Seems like it's hard to do.
It's not going to be easy. I didn't say it was going to be easy.
Right.
Probably not going to make it. You're going to spend a lot of energy. You're going to breathe a lot.
Sure.
You're going to lose oxygen fast. But what else are you going to do?
Well, you got to hope that whoever threw you in the ground didn't have a backhoe or something to compress the dirt.
Sure.
And most likely, he's just filling the hole up with
Didn't
leaves
pave it over with anything, right?
Right. Putting pressure on that dirt.
Yeah.
You know, like those morons who try to escape a glass coffin under concrete. Like the magicians.
Well, they do the glass so you could see them, right?
But, I mean, the whole thing's idiotic, let's be honest.
Only if they die.
Magic's kind of idiotic in general.
Well, it's lies, right?
Right.
Is that what bothers you? Is it's lies?
No, it's silly. I think it's the outfits. I think it's the sparkly clothes. And the hand thing.
They always used to have the ladies dressed in like some aerobicise stuff, right? Like they had the I don't even know what you call it, like some spandex shiny thing going up their ass with the leggings, right? And they'd be like
details.
Doing this Vanna White thing.
They do like the car model thing.
Yeah.
They're showing you a box of swords or whatever.
Right.
And
then they would jump in the box.
Yeah, they would
get
pull them
cut.
apart. Yeah. Surprise. I don't know. I just don't. I guess maybe because it's not real. You know, it's not real. I don't know. I'm just not a big Magic fan.
No.
Throw a few mirrors, make some stuff.
No, but I appreciate that somebody put a lot of effort into thinking how to fool somebody.
Right.
Not that they put a lot of effort into thinking, oh, how would this illusion work?
Right.
My illusions.
Yeah, but a lot of them, aren't they based on some original trick? You know what I mean? Like, they don't come up with new tricks, do they? Do they? I mean, somebody pulling.
Sure, you always got to do new things, right?
But is it new or is it just designed? I mean, there's only so many ways to fool somebody, right?
Who's the guy that was in the box for a long time? What's his name? You know what I'm talking about. He was in.
Yeah, he was a little goth dude. David Blaine.
That guy. Yeah.
He was like standing on a pole for 4 days or whatever.
Right. So a lot of his things are more feats than they are magic.
Right.
Because he learned through practice how to hold his breath for a really long time.
Mm-hmm. Like a tankless diver type guy.
Yeah, I think he held his breath for like 15 minutes or something like that.
Wouldn't that cause brain damage?
I don't. You know, I've heard that your body starts to go through this freak out stage, right? Mm-hmm. And if you can keep it together through that your body actually can hold more, keep you alive longer than you think it can.
I always figured they were doing that circular breathing thing where you're
right
kind of breathing in and out.
Like you're playing a trumpet, holding a
like David
note for 5 hours.
Yeah, Kenny G for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And he's just like a ventriloquist, not moving his lips. You don't see him doing it. You don't see his chest doing it. It's like a slower version of it. You know what I mean? Like if you've seen somebody playing it,
but that doesn't help you if you're underwater,
right?
Because you can't continuously breathe water.
Right. I just meant like when he puts himself in stupid boxes or whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you can do things to slow your breathing down, slow your heart rate down.
Do you think he's actually in them? It's not just some kind of holographic illusion, like he's out of it. He gets out of it, and you're just looking at
Could be
a fake
guy.
David Blaine, fake David Blaine, like a image of him.
He's an odd guy, though. I'll tell you that.
Sure. Probably got brain damage from holding his breath for.
No, his personality's strange.
I'm still going with the brain damage.
Yeah, like, well, if you hear, say, Penn Jillette talk,
yeah,
or Chris Angel,
yeah, those guys
they sound like normal people,
right? They sound like humans.
David Blaine doesn't sound like that. He sounds really kind of weird,
right?
Yeah, but I don't think he's. I don't think it's like complete bullshit. But there's a trick to it. Obviously, that's why they call it a trick, right?
It's all part of the gig.
Yeah.
Penn Jillette always seems like he's the Harry Houdini guy. Like he always wants to expose everything. Harry Houdini was always big on exposing seances and all that stuff. Like he was going to prove that it was fake, that the lady moved the table or whatever. Yeah, that's what I feel like Penn Jillette is.
And there's that other Bacarach. He does that also.
Did he coach the Patriots?
Yeah, for a couple years. They got a couple rings.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
that's him.
Yeah,
he's a magician.
Sure is. He's a exposed.
Oh, he's a guy.
The tricks kind of a guy.
Do you remember when that show was on Fox? The guy who always explained every trick.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking funny.
Yeah, I used to watch it with my kids.
And they're like, he did what? It was like he had to wear a mask to protect his identity.
Oh, so they wouldn't.
The magician was going to come beat him up. Could he just disappear? They couldn't find him again. Like, so you like Matt? I don't
like it. I appreciate the thought that goes into it. It's kind of like if you watch a mystery movie, like how they wrap it up is interesting to me. And it either works or it doesn't.
How they solve the mystery?
Yeah.
Like Scooby-Doo, when he pulls the mask off the old man?
Well, no, because it's the same shit every episode.
All right. Fair enough. So you know it's coming.
No, but say there's some kind of whatever whodunitness about it. Yeah, and they somehow they wrap it up and it's not how you think it was.
There was a twist ending?
Yeah, there's always a twist. If it's predictable, you know.
Yeah, well, most stuff
If the butler did it, then it's no fun.
And they were playing Clue?
There was no butler in Clue.
No?
No. Not in the game, anyway.
That's right, it was just people.
Right. There were like guests at a house or something.
Right. But you would think if you're a guest at a house, you'd have some help. It's kind of rude.
I'm not saying there's no help.
It's kind of rude just having people.
Just wasn't a character in the game.
And you don't think you'd want to whack him too?
Sure.
I mean, he would cause some trouble.
Actually, I'm thinking about the movie. I think they whacked the maid.
Okay.
There might have been a butler too. I don't know if they whacked him though, but I think they definitely did whack the maid in a movie. That's the Tim Curry, Susan Sarandon movie. Yeah.
Right. He wasn't dressed up in makeup and all that stuff in that movie, right? He was normal.
No leather.
Right.
No.
No singing.
He was the butler.
There you go. So the way he got him though, did he do all the killing?
No, he was like the guy who put it all together at the end.
Oh, so he was the butler detective.
He was that everybody remain calm. Let's stay in a group. This way nobody gets whacked. And then the lights go out and there's a scream. Somebody else is dead on the floor with a murder weapon. That kind of shit.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy.
I got you. All right. What else would you? I mean, we got off track from claustrophobia. What about MRI? You've had.
Why claustrophobia? Why'd you bring it up?
Because there was an article about a lady who they thought died.
Okay.
And they scooped her up and they brought her to the morgue and she woke up in the body bag.
Ooh.
So who do you think is more freaked out? Her?
Was she on the slab or in the drawer?
She was on the table before I think they put her in the drawer.
Okay.
And then what's weird is though,
because the drawer would be fucked up because you'd bang your head
right
trying to wake up. You're like, oh, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, but are those drawers pushable or do they don't have like a file cabinet that had that little lock?
No reason to, right?
Right.
Unless you're scared of zombies.
Until now.
Right.
I mean, obviously
they should definitely not have that just in case the person is not dead.
Right. If people come over and think you're dead,
yeah,
there's a good chance you're on your way to being dead. Right? I mean, no one.
Well, they must have
David Blaine, and you're holding your breath for 15 minutes.
You would hope that they like checked your pulse and stuff. Maybe you just have a really low pulse.
Supposedly they did all that.
She could have been like really overweight where you can't really feel it.
Supposedly they did all that. They pronounced her dead. They zipped her up, took her out. She woke up. They brought her back.
They live among us.
They brought her back, and then she died 3 days later, for real.
For realsies.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I don't. Who's more freaked out though? Are you more freaked out, or the people who just put you on a table and see that bag moving around?
Well, I'm going to say in her case, she was definitely on her way out anyway.
Sure.
Because she died 3 days later.
Right.
So it's possible, her heart was stopping.
Right.
And then it just eventually
declare her dead and then wake up. That's kind of weird.
It's kind of like a car battery. Like you turn it.
The alternator.
And your lights start to dim. And you're like, oh, but it started up. I'll take it around the block. It's good. And then 2 days later, it's completely dead. And then you get nothing.
Right.
You can't even jump it.
I mean, so she's, I mean, I'm just thinking, so it made me think of all that stuff. Like you could get hurt.
Why don't they put a backup battery in us for that? Oh, I guess pacemaker. Pacemaker's kind of that, right?
Backup battery.
Yeah.
Like give you 30 more minutes to get your shit together before you die?
Yeah, whatever. Call loved ones.
Yeah.
Whatever you have to do.
I'm on backup power.
Right.
So I get this stuff taken care of before I shut down.
Yeah.
Those are heavy.
The money is hidden in the
right.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you get hurt. You got hurt a lot. You had a lot of injuries. Does an MRI freak you out?
No, I fall asleep in them.
Do you?
Yeah, almost instantly.
Really?
Yeah, I put
all that rattling and everything. You just fall asleep.
The tong 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 tong.
Yeah, you fall asleep through that.
Yeah, I sleep right through that. They give me a headset.
Mm-hmm.
They put on some garbage music. I say turn that shit off. Right. I just sit there with the headphones on, and I'm asleep.
Really?
Yeah. Just lay there with my hands on my chest, like Count Dracula, ready to come up at night.
Right.
And I'm sleeping.
Really?
Yeah.
I fall asleep at the dentist when he's doing root canal. I fall asleep.
I fall asleep everywhere. Yeah.
It's your work nights. It's peace and quiet.
Well, even when I didn't. Yeah. I fall asleep in waiting rooms. I get bored.
Wake them up.
Yeah, if I sit, I'm done. I'm out.
Right. I mean,
they keep me entertained.
I was gonna say
give me a show.
The doctor's gonna entertain you.
Something.
Maybe he should bring a magician in.
I go to my dentist now, and they always have the fucking view on. Oh my god! I'm like, let's just do the surgery on me now without the Novocaine. Do something. Get this other. It's less painful.
They're listening to those chicks clack about whatever.
All of it, and that man chick. What's her name? Wendy Williams.
She's off there, right? I don't know.
I hope so. I don't know. Then they got the other.
I hope so.
What is her name?
Well, you go right in the middle of daytime talk TV.
Tampon. What's her name? Tampon. Tamron.
Tampon.
Tamron.
That's like Mr. Towel from South Park. Is it
Yeah.
Tampon?
Yeah.
Does it ask good questions?
Tamron is her name.
Oh, dude. So.
Yeah, the shit annoys me. I'm like, can't you turn that off? I don't want to hear it.
Don't you ask them to change the channel?
No, they don't like me there.
Your dentist doesn't like you?
No, it's the people behind the glass. They're not fans.
The people behind the glass.
The receptionist.
Right. Yeah, everybody's behind glass now. I'm just like, this is funny.
Yeah.
Like you're all getting tickets for the subway. Why would a receptionist at a dentist not like you?
We got into some shit about some things.
Go ahead, like.
I don't remember. It was like a year and a half ago.
And she hasn't let it go?
No, you just see, like, you feel it when you come into the office.
Oh, it's him.
Yeah. Because, when people give me bullshit, I call them out on their bullshit, and they don't like it.
Right. I'm just trying to put this together. I'm trying to do the clue thing here. I'm trying to solve this mystery.
You're never going to get it because I don't remember the ins and outs of
what could she have said to you your insurance doesn't work. It's a $20 copay.
I don't know.
I mean, like, you didn't brush your teeth. I don't know what you could call you out on that. It became a hullabaloo or a hubbub or whatever you want to call it, or an incident.
I don't remember. But if it was obviously stupid enough that I had to address it.
Right. And then she doesn't come back and go.
Right, because if it's that stuff, I just hand you the card for the copay. Or I say, fuck you, I brush every day. And floss. Or whatever it is. But it had to be something kind of off the wall for me to be like, yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
To a person you see once every 4 months, maybe, or whatever. However you go to
or 18.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know your schedule. Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
I thought you left.
No, like every 6 I go.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure that out. That's all. So maybe ask Debbie or whatever her name is what happened.
No.
Are we good?
No.
She's probably hoping that you're going to have cavities and that the doctor starts before, pushes it.
It could have been one of the stupid mask arguments that I've had.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'm at the dentist. I have to take off the mask for them and open up my mouth and breathe into the air.
Right.
So what's the difference if I do it out here versus in there?
Right.
Because isn't the guy going to walk through it and be on his clothes and then he comes out into the waiting room anyway? He's bringing it. So I don't get your logic.
None of that happens. It stops at that door.
Oh, right, 6 feet. I'm sorry.
Right. It stops at the door, and then when you walk to the and nothing comes out of the room, nothing follows you. It's like a hyperbolic chamber or whatever.
Yeah, so I get in these arguments with people, and they don't want to hear it. It's just like, just follow the rules. And I'm like, And
now we're like...
Maybe not.
We're like 3 years past it now.
Yeah.
So she should let it go.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be mad at you.
Yeah, when everybody has called it quits.
Yeah, let it go.
The president, CDC, everybody.
Right.
You should let it go. Yeah.
Right. Instead of, maybe that's how you break the ice. Listen, can I change the channel? I don't watch The View anymore.
Yeah.
Do they still have the glass up?
I don't know. I guess I haven't been there in a while. I'm due.
Yeah.
But every time the reminder comes up in my phone, I just push it back a month. I'm like, I'm good.
Everything feels like it's in there. Nothing hurts.
Yeah. What are you going to do about it anyway?
Right.
Oh, you grind your teeth at night. Maybe we should get your mouth guard. Yeah.
That's what your dentist sounds like.
Huh?
Your dentist doesn't sound very fun.
Well, they say the same shit for the last 30 years. I was like, yeah, that happened like 30 years ago. They were already ground down. You're not doing anything about it.
I don't think you can make it any worse, right?
Yeah, unless you're replacing all my teeth.
Right.
They're screwed.
To start back up from normal.
Right.
You're right.
Right. You can't do anything about it at this point.
You gotta help.
They're still in there.
I don't know what goes on. My dentist, everyone's happy. It's like going into Cheers. Everyone's like, hey.
Oh, that's nice. I need a new dentist because I don't like that place.
Well, yeah. Go to my guy. Lady, actually.
Is it by you?
Right down the block. I'll walk
It's
there.
just a little bit of a drive to go.
Yeah. All right. Wait. Whew. Maybe you do need to get to the dentist more. This is not fair. No one has.
You're getting assaulted this week.
Yeah, nobody has to suffer through the pain. Emotional damages, whatever you get. All right, so you all right?
I was just checking how much time we got left
Yeah,
on the
you
recording. We're good. We got minutes.
You got minutes, plenty of minutes.
Minutes is
yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't get claustrophobic, but then again, I think I'm too big to go in any situation that would make me claustrophobic.
Have you ever had a? Let's try that again.
Yeah. Good.
Have you ever had an MRI
Yes.
and no problems?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
you fit in there.
Yeah. But I meant like
It's completely like being dead and going in the morgue, right?
sure, yeah.
Like they
keep
put you on the
yourself
slab,
still and still and not move,
and they roll you into the drawer,
mm-hmm.
and then that's it.
And then they hope that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, never had to crawl through a tunnel.
I think I'm gonna be happy when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll get to sleep a lot.
That's what everybody says.
And
Right?
be very still. Like I like that. I don't move really when I sleep.
I don't move at all when I sleep.
Yeah.
A little bit, very little. I kind of sleep and that's it. It's shut down and then I wake up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, like I said, I don't dream.
But I don't sleep a lot at a clip. Like I'm not a 8-hour, 9-hour guy. I'm like a 5-6.
Mm-hmm. That's about where I am.
Yeah.
Bed by 2, up by 6 kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't dream, so I'm not restless.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I don't dream.
Never. Like you've had one dream in your life.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe
That's crazy.
Yep, that's it.
That's crazy.
It's strange. No, nothing. Just dead and awake. Dead and awake. That's it. On and off. It's like a switch. It's weird.
I always have fights in my dreams. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you said, but you don't know who you're fighting, right?
It's always like vampires or werewolves or ghosts or some shit. It's always some supernatural shit.
For a guy who doesn't watch horror movies, you're in them.
My life is a fucking horror
Yeah,
movie.
that's what I mean. Maybe you're that's why you don't watch them. You're just tired of being in them.
Yeah, so if there's any psychologists out there and you want to analyze this thing, so it'll be like the town is getting overrun by these supernatural beings, and I'll be fighting them or running away or a combination, and then I'm just about to kill the main dude because so it always the same thing. If you kill the main dude, then they all get released from their curse or whatever.
Okay.
Right?
And you don't even play that many video games.
It's just a typical story.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, so I'm just about to kill the main dude, and then I wake up every time.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
so
you're in the fight or getting ready to be at the fight?
Yeah, like I'm ready to stake the guy or whatever. Or
and then you wake up.
Shoot the werewolf with the silver bullet or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wake up right before that happens.
So your body never, your brain never wants to be satisfied. Never wants to be finished.
I don't know if it doesn't want to be.
Or it won't be allowed to be.
Maybe I don't think I'm allowed to do it.
To finish this adventure, or whatever you want to call that.
I guess. To be the hero.
Right.
Wow.
This is deep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Right.
Yeah, it's just but it happened for years.
Right. It still happens?
Check this out. I lived in this basement apartment in Astoria, Queens.
Okay.
And I had this dream that somebody was like holding me down in the bed. And when I woke up, like I jerked and I heard a big crunch in my neck and I couldn't feel my hand. Yeah, like I fucked up my neck somehow. And then it kind of went away. And then they told me, the landlord lived upstairs, told me that some Satanists lived in there before I did.
Really?
I was like, thanks for letting me know.
So the Satanist curse is in the room or something?
Maybe.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah. Felt heavy on my neck.
Yeah. He's trying to choke you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe it was...
Yeah, but it was a little bit of a bitch hand, I gotta say.
Like if you were really...
Yeah, I broke it pretty easy. But then when I moved, I like jerked my neck and I fucked myself up somehow.
Well, you're fighting demons. Eventually, they're going to get one in.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole time you're fighting demons in your dreams, you're always winning. I mean, they're not getting any.
No, it
in
wasn't.
on you?
It wasn't. It was a really short. It was like somebody was choking me,
Right.
and then I like broke out of it, and then I went, and
that was it.
Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in my sleep.
That's crazy.
Like, don't they say when people dream of hanging themselves, they break their necks and they're
really?
Yeah. Like when you fall,
right?
Like when they pull the lever and the bottom drops out, and you like you actually jerk and snap your neck in your sleep.
Really? Good thing I don't.
That's what I heard.
Wow, good thing I don't dream.
These things I hear. Who knows if they're real?
I mean, yeah, it sounds all made up to me. I mean, like I said,
it's just David Blaine bullshit.
I see a little like at the end of the TV, you turn off an old tube TV, it goes black. It's a little white dot. Done. So I don't know about no dreams, no demons, no fighting.
That's nice.
No hanging.
That's nice.
No drowning. None of that shit.
Yeah. Because sometimes you'll have a nightmare, and you'll wake up and you'll be like, whatever, like
freaked out.
Yeah, freaked out, out of breath, maybe a little sweaty, the whole thing. And then if you go back to sleep, like right away, you pop right back into it at the same spot.
Really?
Yeah.
I always was
that
told,
sucks.
I was always told if you fall, like if you wake up from your dream, you never get back there.
No, that's not true.
Really?
If you fall asleep like immediately, anyway,
we're right back in the action.
Right there, like it was a commercial break, and then we're right back to it.
So I mean, I do want to pick back up. So because like I said, I'm fascinated by people who dream because I don't.
Okay.
When is it real life? Does it look real when you dream, or does it look fake?
When you say fake, what do you mean by that?
Like cartoony?
No.
Hazy?
No.
It looks vivid, like you're in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Except that you have no control over what happens next.
Right. Like crazy shit can happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happens a lot?
But crazy shit happens and it looks real?
Yeah, it looks like you're living life or you're watching a movie or something. Like it's not remember that series that I had you watch on the Country Guys, the Mike Judge thing?
Yeah.
Remember how they look cartoony? It doesn't look like that.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
No, it doesn't look like. It looks like regular.
Right.
Yeah.
Why I say that? Because if you say you're fighting demons, there's no such thing as a demon in real life walking around. So it's got to look real, but made up.
Yeah, but you have a reference in your head. You've seen monster movies and whatever.
Right. So it's just going back to what you know.
Yeah, I guess. Right. Yeah. But here's another thing. I could have dreams about hanging out with somebody random from my past, right?
Okay.
And I could know it's, say, I don't know, Ralph, right? But it doesn't look anything like Ralph. But in my head, I know it's Ralph.
Personality-wise.
I've convinced myself that's Ralph, even though it doesn't look like Ralph. And then you could be in... I could be in my house, and then I walk through a door, and all of a sudden I'm in ancient Greece. Like wow. Shit doesn't make any sense. Like weird things can splice together in my dreams. Anyway, I don't know how other people dream.
Right.
But my dreams get a little wild.
So you don't.
They get a little crazy.
Dream linearly. You dream
there's
abstract.
There's a story. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right. Yeah. No, my mom black.
Your mom's black?
My mom's not black. Well, I don't know now. God rest her soul.
Are you Sicilian? You think got a little chunk in there.
That might be part of there.
Got a little of that.
Naples. My grandparents were from Naples.
True romance. Got a little true romance in there.
True romance. Still trying to find an American Indian we're related to.
Yeah.
That's what my mom told me.
You need a little casino money?
Yeah, I tried. 2 years I tried.
Yeah.
I know Indians is. I have 2% Jewish. I got no Indians in my family. I literally...
Did you do one of the tests?
Mm-hmm.
Which one? did you do? 23andMe?
And
23 is the chromosomes or something?
Right, I guess. Or
I don't know.
The amount of suckers they get a day.
It's got to be more than 23.
So I took the test. I came back. I'm like, look, there's no Indians in this. There's Indians in our family.
Mm-hmm.
Which one, Mom? Your great-great-grandmother. So let's come up with something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did the whole thing. Like, you ever see the commercials and they're like, oh, yeah, my mom was on the
Well, maybe your mom's right and this test is bullshit.
Yeah, but there's no pictures, no nothing.
Mm.
So, but like, once you go into the system, it starts to populate. Like, it found my grandparents, right?
Okay.
And then it found great-grandparents who came over from Italy. My grandparents were born here, but my great-grandparents were born in Italy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it ends. There's nobody after them. There's no great-grandparents. You know, great-great-grandparents. Like,
Well, they would need the records from Italy, and
well, they have.
But they have the people coming from Italy here. They probably checked in at Ellis Island or wherever.
Wherever, right.
And so that's why they have a record of it. But going back.
But I'm saying there's no Italian Indians. So it's not like, you know what I mean? The since that would be my great-grandparents, the great-great-grandparent would have been in America. No, we don't have Italian Indians.
Well, somebody could have met somebody in Italy or India.
India?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that type of India. With the feather. With the feather.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. With the feather.
With the,
you know, with the fucking the hatchet and the tomahawk. And
those guys.
Yeah.
The beads and all that.
Yeah.
But
the soft shoes.
Yeah, because there's supposedly, you know, I was curious about it. I'm like, all right. So I signed up for the stupid thing. I get tested. I mean, I'm 2% Jewish. I'm like 4% sub-Saharan. That's where I get my rhythm from. And then the rest was basically European.
What's sub-Saharan?
Africa.
Like South Africa?
I think so. The African nations, that area.
Or
wherever, probably Egypt, right?
No, that's North Africa.
So then what's below? What's sub-Saharan? Where's the Saharan
I
desert?
guess Sahara.
The Saharan desert.
Now you're going to make me do this.
All right, let's do something with the
Sahara desert. Did you ever spell desert as dessert?
Always.
Location, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's Africa, right? They're calling that as.
Yeah.
So
I want to see it on the map, though. Here we go.
Man, you got to get rid of that cough, dude. This cough phase.
It's not going to happen. I've had the same kind of colds for probably like 10 years. Mm-hmm. So what happens is I get a sinus infection, ends up in my chest, and then it ends up going away. But then I hold a cough for like 6 weeks after that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So it's probably a combination of that and some allergy shit. But I don't take medicine, right. So
because we're deep into this now. You had the cough, I think, on every episode.
Yeah.
Right. So there's the Saharan desert, right? And Sudan. So why don't you look up sub-Saharan and see what that comes up as? What you glasses on?
All right. So you see this part here?
I do. Algeria.
This whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Libya.
This is the Sahara. So you want sub-Saharan. Right. Oh, it's this shitty map that I can't.
Just go back and type in sub-Saharan.
Fucking Britannica. Sub-Saharan. Africa. Yeah.
So it's still part of Africa. It's just lower.
Yeah. This one's going to stink, by the way.
Oh, God. So if that's sub-Saharan.
Yeah, it's basically the entire continent.
Right, just below.
Except for the top. So all the top stuff, all the Egypt, Libya, Syria stuff,
right?
Algeria, all the what everybody thinks of as like Middle Eastern folks.
That's
Morocco.
That's Saharan.
That's all north of the Sahara. So
like I said, you can see where I get my rhythm from. So I'm deep in Africa there.
Or that's where you get your pirate tendencies.
It's possible. But the fact is, for 2 years, I searched this. Like I said, I searched records. I searched the Cherokee record, all the different record, the registries and all that stuff that they get. Nothing. I mean, I always found it was like you watch those commercials. They're like, yeah,
I'm switching over to this.
I
Fuck your red stripes.
Bing. I did my 23andMe, and now I'm related to Abraham Lincoln. It's great. Like, no, none of that shit came up.
Oh, you thought you were gonna be?
I thought it was going to populate, and I was going to find out all the information I needed. When it turns out I found out what I already knew. My grandparents were from New York, and my great-grandparents were from Italy. I believe that's true.
Do you want to
right.
Phil?
Yeah, right. Yeah, go ahead.
You sure?
Why not?
Why not? I'm here. I'm doing it.
Right, look at this. We're having an online bartending show.
Yeah.
It's like, what's his name from Cheers? Ted Danson. That's it.
Fucking spilled beer all over the board.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the head on that. It's magic.
Just like a rock show.
It's magic.
Delightful. Oof, man, this guy's... Speaking of which...
There's something wrong with this, dude.
What, you?
Yeah, my insides are all fucked
You're
up.
rotten. That's what you're... In more... I mean, now the core is starting to be affected.
Rotten to the core.
Just like
Bobby Blitz said.
Overkill once said. But since we're on this topic here of drinking and all that stuff.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers, yeah.
We never even introduced the show.
No.
We just started talking shit.
We're going to have to do a pre-roll on all these things.
Nah, whatever. Live with it, you fucks.
That's it. Ding, 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 ding. I can't put enough dings. That's fucking the whole audience. But,
these are good.
yeah, those are great.
Moscow mules are pretty fucking good.
That ties into, not really, but very loosely, all the stuff I was reading. Is there anything you'd want to eat, like you had to eat, like you'd go to jail for, or you'd get in trouble for, like you wanted to eat, like say you want to eat
like,
some weird endangered
finger?
No. Yeah. I mean, say you had a hankering for human flesh.
Like I had a thing for earlobes.
Yeah.
And I just would Tyson people.
Right. But let's do it on the part that borders sanity. Say
you're talking sanity. You're talking about eating things and going to jail.
No,
there's nothing sane about this premise.
No, but I'll get there.
Okay, go ahead.
Get there.
I'll sit back. Let me just have a sip.
It's not so much as getting there, but what I'm saying is this. Let's say we had weird white alligators roaming around New Jersey.
Okay.
And they're endangered or something.
Sure.
But you love white alligator tail.
Mm-hmm.
Would you risk getting in trouble to eat white alligator tail? Or would you just take it off your diet?
No, yeah, I don't need that shit.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, but because I was saying, because like I said, I read half articles all the time.
So where are you going with this?
There's some chick who got pinched from I don't know, somewhere in Asia, Korea, Indonesia, I don't know.
Okay.
For eating a shark that she wasn't supposed to eat. And she posted all the pictures online.
Stupid.
On her Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, but the two things like, yeah, you're stupid for doing that, but why do you have to eat that shark?
Well, yeah.
Like, why do you have to?
You don't have to.
Right.
You're being a dick.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, people are dicks.
But what's the point of that? You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, except for maybe having some views online or whatever, you're paying a couple grand or whatever. I don't know what the money conversion is.
People want to feel like they're above. I don't get it. Yeah, it's not my thing.
There's other...
I thought you were going to take this in a totally different direction.
No, I'm not talking about cannibalism.
No, I didn't. Nope. Well, that wasn't where I was going.
Where were you going?
I thought you were going to turn it into when they decide that it's illegal to eat meat and we have to eat all the fake meat after Bill Gates has bought up all the farmland in the country.
Oh.
I thought you were going down that road.
Yeah, well, that's part of that. I mean, right? Because then
everything's going to be
illegal.
I'm tired just from saying that sentence.
Now you're going to be chasing around.
Yeah, I don't want to get... I don't want to go down that road.
Chasing down illegal cows.
Yeah.
Back alley cow meat.
So that, if they made cows and chickens illegal and just forced us to eat Beyond Burgers
chemical
or
food, Soylent Green,
horse shit.
Right.
Yes, I'd go to jail for that.
Right. Well, I mean, Soylent Green was still made from protein. People.
I'd eat people.
Yeah.
I mean,
as a last resort.
No, here's what I'm going to say. If they made it illegal
and
they were going to send me to jail,
right?
If a couple people came to my house to arrest me, I'd kill them and eat them. 100%.
Instead of a cow?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But it wouldn't be like if you were
Because you're a shill,
right. What if you're
right? You're being a douche. You're enforcing this stupid law on people.
All right. See, now I thought that was going to go another way. So I'm like, so like, say you go to the back alley market, right? And there's
well, then you're gonna have aborted fetuses.
Right. That's what I mean. There's steaks. There's some chicken, and all of a sudden there's thigh.
Fetus steak. Interesting.
Say there's chicken, and then all of a sudden there's like thigh.
Yeah.
Human thigh. Mm-hmm. Are you thinking about the thigh? Or are you just going to get the chicken or the steak? That's where I thought we were going.
I think you want to change it up once in a while.
I mean,
I don't think you want to chicken it every night because you'll get bored. So once in a while, you'll throw a thigh in there.
But won't that screw us up?
How so?
Whatever's in. Flesh.
I've heard that the only thing that fucks you up as a cannibal is eating the brain.
Okay, so we stay away from the brain.
There's something about eating the brain that causes diseases in cannibals. So I don't think they eat the brains.
And you know a lot of cannibals?
No, but I've heard people talk about this before. And it could all be horseshit. I don't know, but I will research it for the next episode.
Of what makes you crazy if you eat human?
Yeah, why can't you eat humans?
Right. Well, morally or...
Dude, when COVID was happening in the beginning and we all were thinking the supply chain was going to break down, I was looking for the fatties in the neighborhood. I was going to take people out.
Start circling houses.
Yeah, because I'm not like getting into gunfights at Wegmans, you know. You know what I mean? Like, because the Wonder Bread's running out. I'm not doing that and the food rationing. I'm just going to take out fucking Mabel over there.
And grind her up. Make some chops and steaks and burgers.
Yes. I'll be grilling like a motherfucker.
I didn't know you lived in the Old West. Poor Mabel.
Fucker. She was going to die of diabetes anyway.
What was more unsettling when I was flipping through this thing about this stupid the shark lady eating shark.
Shark lady.
There was an article right after it about whale meat machines in Japan. You go buy some whale meat at a vending machine. I don't get that one.
It's like tuna fish.
Yeah, but it's like a big slab come out. The Flintstones, because it's bigger. And then right below that was a story.
Yeah, but Fred ate like a man.
He ate that big.
That thing knocked over his car.
He still ate it. He ate like a.
That was like a Stewart's. Yeah. And they just put a half of fucking Brontosaurus on his car and knocked it over.
And he ate it.
Well, they never showed him eating it.
Cut away, but I would think you have to at that point. You'd probably spend a lot of money on that. Ribs.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah, but it was just
all that quarry money.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he did well for a blue-collar guy. Had a house, kid.
You used to be able to be okay for a blue-collar guy.
Wife was at home, didn't have a job.
One income. You can't do that shit anymore.
No, not at all. You need like
hell no.
$200,000 just to live in New Jersey. Live, not even comfortably.
Yeah, and I don't make that, so I'm fucked.
None of us do. It sucks. So like and subscribe because we need a lot more money to live here.
Yeah. I remember when my ex-wife told me she didn't want to go back to work after she got pregnant the second time.
Hell no. No. But what was more like the whole internet thing that was just so bothersome was first there was the shark story, then it was the whale story, then it was some rapper from I don't know what year it was. He was high on PCP and he ate part of his friend, his roommate, something like that. He was totally high on PCP, and then he killed him and ate part of him. Like, but I don't like. Why are you doing that to me, Google? Why are you giving me 3 sides to a story?
Which part?
I'm saying I don't know why. When I come across the shark thing, so
I'm thinking a tricep might be pretty good. Yeah,
not tough. I guess depends on if they work out.
It depends on the person, right? You're not gonna cut up some jack dude. That's
right. It's all tough.
You'll never get through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's a lot of low and slow in the
but
smoker.
it would be really lean.
Right.
Right? Like there'd be no cardiovascular issues eating a bodybuilder.
Well, a bodybuilder, but then you gotta like smoke it probably for hours. Like
a pot roast.
Yeah. That's a lot of work. I mean, if you want to get it done.
You throw in some carrots and potatoes.
Throw them in?
Yeah. You throw a fucking pectoral in there.
of a sudden, it's an anatomy dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you tell the guy
latissimus dorsi?
when you
throw it in there?
When you invite people over, would you tell them it's people, or do you think they'd know?
They don't need to know. They're showing up at my house. Like, don't question me at my house.
Not with people, but it did happen with twice it happened. I was at
By the way, if you ever come to my house and I'm serving lemonade, you probably don't want to drink it.
You might want to sniff first.
You don't want to drink that.
But the first one, I remember I'm sitting there
I'm getting drunk as fuck.
We're having burgers, and I said to the host, burgers got a lot of fat, they're pretty lean. And then all of a sudden I saw her go, what? A little lean. What's in it? What are they? She's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. She's like, they're deer. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
But I mean, the whole place was like making sure I wasn't going to freak out.
Oh, yeah. Well, they probably have that.
Right. But it happened at my house.
Bambi.
What happened the other way at my house? We were eating chili
and
had a friend over, and she ate a bowl of chili, and she was like, can I have some more? Sure. And in conversation, it came up about something where Lisa was like, I think we used up all that deer meat. And she was mid-spoon. What? Yeah, it's deer meat in the chili.
I don't get it. It's
turned green.
It's another...
and was totally pale. Like, I thought she was going to throw up.
It's not human baby.
Right. It's not.
It's another animal.
Right.
Right? They're going to live. They're going to die.
There's a lot of them.
They're either going to die by disease or die by a bear eating their face off.
Or get run over.
Or something like that. Or get hit by a semi or whatever. Right? So why not? I mean, what's the difference between a deer and a cow other than one's in a pen and one's not?
And if you like the taste, what's the difference?
It's free range, bro.
Right.
It's better for you.
It probably is.
Yeah, of course it is.
But it's the odd thing about it is that if you like the taste, what's the difference of what its name is?
I don't care.
I know. But
if you told me it was muskrat, I'd be like, fuck, man, I got to find some muskrat.
Right. Like,
muskrat's delicious.
Where did you get this thing?
Yeah, where'd you get that muskrat?
Now, maybe the means might freak somebody out. Oh, wow, this deer where'd you get the venison? I hit it on my way in, or I stopped on the side of the road and grabbed one.
Well, that's why people should not ask questions.
You don't want to ask questions you want to know the answer to, at least. Right.
That's where I'm going with that. Yes. If you don't want to know the answer, just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of funny. It's very funny. It's like, well, you liked it. What's the difference of what the face looks like? You know, it's a weird thing. Like, people do it all the time, though. But I mean, but that's perfectly legal. Not what you just did.
It should be illegal,
crime
right?
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to gas.
Is that one fucking you up?
Everything. It's like trying to gas chamber me.
Is it that bad?
No, it's all
right.
Okay.
It's not a chili burp. That's why I'm asking.
You kind of get nose blind to the smells that go on in here. But like I said, that's highly legal to eat deer meat. I don't understand the fascination of like trying to eat highly illegal.
Right.
Food.
If it was something, I don't know what's illegal, but
shark fin soup's illegal.
Okay. I don't understand because I've had shark steaks.
Right. Is it because of the type of shark, like a great white shark or something?
I would. It must be, right?
You're right.
No, I was about to cough and I tried to stifle it.
You sound like that car.
Stifle, Edith.
You sound like that car that can't start. It's making all sorts of noises.
Yeah.
You fuck get a battery backup on you. Get through this fucking segment.
I had a woman try to battery back up me once. So keep that thing out of there.
I know.
That's exit only.
That's so frightening. But a lot of juice to get the.
I don't play that game.
It's a lot of juice to get the engine running.
I don't play that game.
Get back to. So yeah, I don't know why shark fins are illegal. Or turtles. No, I think turtles are. I don't think you can eat turtles in New Jersey.
I don't think so either. But
people do.
If you're eating a shark, why not eat all of it? I mean, you already killed it. It's already. It's killed.
It's kilted.
It's killed. It's done. But like, use it, right?
Right. But is the shark, that shark that they use for shark steak, not the fin not beneficial? Doesn't have the same meat, same properties.
I think what the problem is that idiots are killing sharks only for the fin and not eating the rest of it.
Sure.
And that's the problem.
Because don't they use that for...
So it's wasteful.
Don't they use that for medicine or something, like bear glands? And...
Well, they think that it's going to make their dicks hard.
Hey-o. Really?
Yeah, all that shit. All that's
for...
All that weird Asian shit where they drink tiger piss or whatever the fuck. You know, I don't know.
It's all for virility?
Yeah, 100%.
Not for health?
They're
no health
superstitious wackadoo nonsense about keeping their dicks hard.
Seems odd.
It does, but then again, there are a billion of those motherfuckers, so maybe they're onto something.
You got to keep it up and running.
Maybe you need to eat a tiger dick once in a while.
That was tiger piss. You got to keep the engine. You got to keep that. Yeah, what is going on?
What's the consistency here? What do we got?
So you got to keep that. You got to keep that. But maybe you don't want to keep that virility up. You know, some chick accidentally bump into you. Next thing you know, you got another kid. 1,000,000,001.
There was a time in my life, I think, when I walked into a room, somebody got pregnant. I don't know what the fuck it was, but somebody was always saying, "I got your kid," to me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Where are they? Not here. Oh, I can figure that out. No,
1 + 1 equals the toilet.
Oh, maybe you should.
You're welcome.
You should take better care of things. Maybe lay off the shark fin or whatever.
Yeah. What do you think it was? Something in my diet?
No, no. Your lack of ability to stop. I think that's it. I think it's more mental than biological.
It was your addiction.
Yeah.
The fact that you couldn't really feel like an adult unless you were sending something home.
That you're breeding. Oh my God! Look at this camera.
What are we gonna do when this runs out?
I guess to get some more of that instead of red stripes.
Fuck! I ain't driving anywhere.
No, not now.
Not now.
Not now.
Not now.
I'm just looking in this camera. I can get a job.
I can make a vodka tonic. I could do that.
I'm looking in the camera. I get a job at the Taliban.
I thought you came from there.
It's
I thought you were bringing that story up with some inside knowledge.
It's my Monday through Friday.
Yeah, you're sick of your 9 to 5. That's why you're doing this shit.
Yeah, I'm doing Monday through Friday in Afghanistan, and then coming home for the weekends. It's tough, but
it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I couldn't be there with the bombings. I'm okay with the
yeah,
pool
I'm surprised you're sub-Saharan with the way you way you carry yourself.
Yeah, I know. I keep my shoes on though. Don't they hit people with shoes when they're in sub-Saharan? When they're above Saharan?
I wish they could nail it down a little bit. Now looking at the map, because it's
Right.
3/4 of the continent.
Yeah.
The continent's huge.
Yeah.
It's bigger than the United States.
Right.
And 3/4 of it is you. Like that's
Me?
not really nailing it down.
Who are like me.
It's not really nailing it down too much.
Right. But I believe, I don't know where they come up with that story, but I mean, maybe it's when it was one unified piece of land before they had the breakup again.
The Pangea thing?
Yeah. Like, and they wandered out of it. That's where they started. Life started there.
So they say.
And then they moved out. Yeah, but I mean, is there a lot of people in the 3/4? Are they spread out in Africa?
There's got to be
pockets.
Hundreds of millions of people.
But there's got to be pockets of people, right? It's not like...
Yeah, it's not all desert.
Right.
There's the Saharan, and then the rest of it's all sub.
Right, there's grass.
Well, there's another desert. But it's so big that there's other deserts there.
Right.
That are gigantic.
But doesn't get the recognition.
There's like 30 other countries.
Right.
And they're huge countries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they just don't get the recognition. Sahara Desert gets the recognition because of the populace, I guess.
I think it's because it's a cool looking desert. It's that sandy dune thing.
Yeah, and the little ripples. Yeah, maybe.
You know, like if you go out to Death Valley, that sort of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not that. It doesn't look like that. It's just flat with scrub brush, and even if you go, like I went to what are those caves in southern New Mexico, Texas border, where the bats are.
The ones that the
cartels
use them?
No.
those ones?
No.
You next thing you know, you're in a kitchen in Mexico. And then you're back out.
Javier Tubman.
Yeah.
No. No. What
Freeing all the cocaine from Mexico. There's
no, what is that cave?
I don't know that, but the bats, there's tons of them, right? They
Yeah,
come out at night.
Yeah, it's cool. Have you been there?
Of them. I saw the videos.
So you sit there. We did the caves during the day,
right?
And then as it was turning into night, they're like fucking hang out because this is the cool part. Your mother's ass. And you sit in a sort of amphitheater thing that they carved into the mouth of the cave,
right?
And then as the sun goes down, they come out by the thousands,
right.
over your head, like they black out the sky. All right, now I got to find out what caves these are.
Anyway,
so we leave the cave and we go driving through. It's like that way west part of Texas,
right?
And New Mexico has a like little corner piece that meets it, and there's nothing out there.
Just dead.
It's just flat with like little scrubby bushes.
It's like the flatlands, right?
But yeah, like tumbleweed type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's late at night. You can't see shit out there.
Sure.
Right? We're hanging out. We park on the side of the road, smoke a bowl, and stare at the stars, right? And my girlfriend's like, I gotta take a leak, right? So she goes walking out to the desert. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You'll step on a fucking scorpion or a rattlesnake or some shit.
You'll just be gone. You'll be in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I was like, just go right next to the car. There's nobody around. It'd be like, we sat there probably for like 45 minutes and maybe we saw 2 semis pass us.
Right.
Like there's nobody out there.
Sure.
Yeah. I was like, where are you going? Like, why? What the fuck are you doing?
She wasn't being rude. She was having some manners.
Whatever.
I'm going to piss on this cactus. I don't want to piss in front of you.
What, do you think it's an Acme cactus? It's just going to instantly grow and poke you in the ass? Yeah. Pulling out spines out of your cooch.
I don't know what goes on out there in the...
All right, I got to find...
crazy part of...
Carlsbad Caverns.
There you go.
There you go. That's the place.
That's where the bats are?
Yeah, it was really cool. The caves are huge, too.
Sure. That's got a lot of bats.
Like, they have orchestras playing there and stuff.
Right? Like Red Rocks kind of thing? Like that? Like deep? Like that big?
It's I don't know size-wise if it compares to Red Rocks, but it's like a...
amphitheater.
It's like a natural theater in there. Yeah. It's pretty cool, but it's cold as fuck in there. It's probably, well, I mean, as a musician, you don't want to be playing in 50-degree weather.
No.
Because your hands are cold.
They don't move.
Right. But they do. They get paid to do it, so.
Sure. Did they serve bat dishes in the area? Or like bat ice cream or something, touristy? Make it touristy?
They make bat nuggets.
Yeah.
They shape them like a bat.
Yeah, or whatever. Actually, serve you a bat on a stick or whatever.
Bat claws.
Yeah. Bat wings.
What do you? A bat wing.
Jesus.
God damn! There's something wrong with this guy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They're leathery, right? There's nothing to them.
No.
It's not like a chicken wing. A chicken wing actually has
meat.
A chicken wing is basically a bicep and a tricep and a forearm, right?
Right. It's functional.
Right. Bat wing is bullshit.
There's just this weird leather thing.
Yeah, it's just it's like a bone and...
Man, what can you eat on a bat? Stomach?
And some skin.
The chest? Right? What can you eat?
Yeah, it's like a...
Can you eat bat?
Probably not.
Probably got some kind of disease in it.
I would think, yeah. Some kind of rodent shit, right?
You're right, yeah, like rats. Shouldn't eat rats.
But you can eat rats, though.
Can you?
Yeah. They used to. I mean, way back in the day.
That didn't cause the plague or something?
It might have. No, I think the plague was caused by the rat shit.
Okay.
And the fact that they had no plumbing and they just threw their waste out into the street and then it just made everybody sick.
Right, but if you're eating it before the waste, I'm sure it's not as healthy.
But I think, all right, if you ate garbage, right, and then I threw you on the grill, I wouldn't die from that.
No?
You just had a shitty diet,
Right.
right? But that doesn't mean that you're rancid or poisoned, right?
Right.
Now, if you ate poison, that might be something else.
Right.
Right. So I think back in, say, French Revolutionary days where they're eating rats because they didn't have food,
Right.
that, you know, they didn't have like chemicals and shit in
Sure.
water like we do now, right?
Free range rats.
And we're all grade A, baby.
That's right.
Organic. And sell that shit at Whole Foods.
Yeah. More importantly, I want to see this grill you're throwing me on. It's a big grill. That's a lot of grill.
I could do some cutting and chopping.
Yeah, but then you might lose the flavor. The flavor might be keeping it all in one piece.
Look, there's a Filipino guy right behind me. We will throw you on a spit. Put a fucking apple in your mouth.
Thanks. I'll take him up on that offer when I finally had enough.
He brought me over there once. Oops, sorry about that, folks. We went over there once.
Yeah.
It was very odd.
Was it? Did
Yeah.
it make you dinner?
Yeah. No, they were very cool, but my my ex-lady was not
A fan?
she's very judgmental about people.
Okay. Like he didn't even have a shot to be nice or whatever. She went in preconceived notions?
No, I don't think that. I think she's too stupid to be preconceived. She's really dumb. No disrespect, of course.
No, none taken. Oh, her, not me.
But also too dumb to understand where to draw the line and shut it down. Right?
Right.
Sometimes you got to be an actor.
Get through the event.
Yeah, or go home. That's all. Don't be like miserable at the place.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes for a bad time.
Yes.
And it makes it go slower.
It makes it more painful, right?
Right.
Yeah. If you just dive in, if you're having a bad time, have a couple extra drinks.
Right.
Fucking loosen up.
Medicating. Just dull it down.
Yes. Just do what you have to do.
Mm-hmm. So what happened?
It's just a lot of shit talk and nothing.
Shit talking with the Filipino guy?
No. Like talking to me about she didn't like the guy's wife or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stupid fucking broad shit.
Right. They invited you over. It's one day.
I don't know, dude.
There's a reason why it's X.
I don't know, dude.
Why the shit X
you know
in
what
the
I mean?
title.
Like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know, people do weird shit. And I'm like, whatever. It's just a couple hours.
That's all I'm asking.
Have a couple drinks, have a fucking hot dog and a burger, and shut the fuck up.
Right. That's a lot of work for some people.
Yeah. Anyway, pig roast. They do pig roast.
Okay.
You know, Filipinos are big on that.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, that's where you would be.
Over there.
Yeah, we'd base the fuck out of you.
I like it. It sounds like a fun way to go. I mean,
hey, you'd be put to good use.
right.
Right?
I mean,
You want to be worm food or you want to be human food? Which one?
I'd be human food. I'd love to see what me being in so
If
many
somebody
people at one time.
enjoyed you with a nice Chianti.
Right. There's
or
not a lot of
something.
times I could be in 20 people at once. And if I could do that, you know, hey, I like it. I'm into it.
Then you don't want to die.
Right. Well, I mean, just take a handful of pills, go to sleep. Next thing you know, I'm dinner.
All right. If you were terminally ill,
Mm-hmm. Like no chance.
no, zero.
Right.
How would you off yourself? Would you just ride it out until the ticker stopped, or would you take care of it?
I think I would do the things I wanted to do while I still could, and then just take a handful of pills, go sleep.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean,
That's why all the surgeries I've had over the years,
Mm-hmm.
I squirrel away the pills.
Just a little.
Most of them. Most of them.
But
I wonder how that messes with like getting life insurance payouts at the end.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if they just pronounce you dead, you're dead, but they already had the terminal.
Yeah, but if you took 75 Oxycontins, that seems like...
Sounds like a Thursday.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a Thursday. Yeah, it does. You sound suspect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's premeditated, right?
In some way, yeah.
Right.
So you'd have to, I guess you'd have to ride it out and make your family miserable. I mean, I don't know if that's worth it. Just, I mean, like that.
You drive into a wall.
Yeah.
You might survive that, though.
You get too much time to think. Anything like that, you got time to think. Jump off a building, you got time to think.
Jumping off a building's a rough one.
Yeah.
I remember after 9/11 happened.
Mm-hmm.
So where I worked was on 6th Avenue. So if you look down 6th Avenue went right to the Trade Center.
Mm-hmm.
So on 9/11, I saw the buildings burning and shit like that.
Right. Okay. That sucks.
I wasn't right there.
Right.
I had my roommate at the time was going to college right down the street.
You were living in the city?
He saw people jumping out of the building, which is way worse than what I saw.
Sure.
I just saw smoke, right? It just looked like a factory with two smokestacks.
Right.
I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, after, because he told me about that, the people jumping out, and he saw them, and then I heard that if you do something like that, you have a heart attack and you're dead before you hit the ground.
Hopefully, right.
Right, because it's so scary because you know it's coming that...
Right. You just freeze up. Your body just shuts down, right?
Yeah. So I was like, I wonder what that's like, right? So I think I was on the 23rd floor, right? So I stepped up on the radiator, which is probably like as high as this, and I put my head to the glass,
right,
just to see
how far down. Yeah,
right, and like my fucking heart was like pumping, right?
Sure.
And those buildings were, I think, 175 floors.
Yeah, they were
way more than 23. It was like way more. So I was like, I freaked myself the fuck out. I totally freaked myself out.
They did that in Toronto on the they have the spear thing. It's like you go up to the top and it's glass. There's glass spots where you can step on and look straight down.
Yeah, didn't they have a thing like that?
150 feet or something like that, straight down, or even more. It's pretty high.
Stratosphere is like that?
Yeah, I think
in Vegas. No, that's just the
Stratosphere. You can go outside and get clipped on,
right,
and look over,
right.
But they have the thing in Vegas at the Grand Canyon. They have that horseshoe that goes out. It's all glass. You walk out over.
Nope.
There. That would freak you out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be fucking. I wonder how many people they have to like drag out of
in.
Yeah.
Throw them a rope and drag them in.
Yeah. There's panic going out.
There's probably a lot of people go, I can do this, and they get to the middle and they're like, whoa. Because it's not just the looking down; it's the wind.
All of it. Yeah, of course.
It'd freak you out.
I went to the canyon, but I didn't go to that part. I went to the reservation at the end. That have a Supai reservation. They have these 3 waterfalls on their land, which you wouldn't think there would be waterfalls in a Grand Canyon because it's hot as I'm.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting though.
Is it
pretty cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was like I said, I was 100 feet from the bottom.
I almost saw my girlfriend died that day.
Really?
Yeah.
At the canyon.
Same one that walked out in the desert, right? So it's we're poor, right? So it's 11 miles walk down to the village down there where the folks have their settlement in the reservation.
Right.
So obviously 11 miles back.
Yep.
We go down there. They had no places to stay.
Okay.
So we had to leave the same day.
Right. You had to walk down and walk back.
Right. 11. So 22 miles in a day. I had to walk 22 miles in one day.
Right.
So obviously, as we're leaving, the sun's going down.
Sure.
Right.
Starting to get cold and dark.
No, it wasn't cold.
No.
But definitely dark. And you're winding up the side of the cliff face. And she turned a corner, and all of a sudden we heard, and it was a rattlesnake.
Oh.
Like she was probably about 5 feet away from it.
Right. Still pretty close.
It's real close.
It could get you.
It's way too close.
Yes.
It's way too close. Because if she gets bit, we have probably another mile to go to the top to drive.
Wherever.
Who knows where the nearest hospital is? 2 hours away, maybe?
Maybe.
Good luck.
Yep.
So if she, you don't want to have somebody walk and pump it around. So what I'm going to throw her over my shoulder,
Right.
walk a mile uphill with somebody on my shoulder, then drive 2 miles and hope for the best.
Right.
Right.
Or suck the poison out somewhere in there.
That shit doesn't work.
No?
No, that doesn't work.
That's a myth.
It
Been
is
lied to our whole lives.
It's a myth. So bring your anti-venom with you.
Like I said, when I went to the canyon, we took a helicopter to the bottom.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I could have done that if I had money.
Yeah, well,
or they had donkeys that would take you down.
We were grown up at that point. But this is so funny. I remember going, not telling, because Lisa's scared of lots of things like that.
Yeah.
So I remember I'm like, hey, you want to do a little ride on the helicopter? She thought it was going to be around Vegas. So we get to the little room where the helicopter's on. There's like 20. I think we went down there.
You surprised her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Had to. She wouldn't go. She'd be fine. I'd have to see claw marks on the carpet.
She thought she was going like 12 feet.
She thought she was doing an hour, a 10-minute ride around Vegas up and down the strip.
Yeah.
So we get there, and all of a sudden the lady's like, okay, you step on the scale for me. She's like, what? Just step on the scale. We got to get some weights. Okay. And then we're sitting there, all of a sudden, safety stuff. She's like, in the event of a downwind. And she was like, what?
She doesn't like to fly?
She's not a big fan of that at all.
Mm.
So
I never have a problem with it.
But it's not the same. It's not the same safety as like, well, you might have decompression. It's in the event that you're a helicopter pilot passes out, or the event the engine blows.
Yeah,
this is how to brace for a crash. And she was like, "Where are we going?"
In the event that the benzos kick in.
Yeah. So then I'm like, we start taking on like, oh, by the way, we're going to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. What? So
that's a nice surprise, though. That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun. So you do the whole trip, and you land on, what was the name of those Indians?
Havasupai.
Yeah, they have land that is designated they can land on. They can't do anything there.
Right.
So there's picnic tables, a defibrillator, and that's it. It's flat enough for them to land these helicopters.
Okay.
And then, as I said, that's when people were like, walk and take my picture, and then back up. And the pilot's like, listen. You go one step further, you're going to tumble down
right into Colorado River.
And I can't get you. No one can get you. It's going to take about 2 weeks to get your body.
That's fucking whitewater rapids.
Well, not there. It's just part of the erosion at the bottom, so it's just narrow, and it's wide enough to get maybe. But you can't helicopter down there. You can't boat down there. They have to sail down.
I got you.
100 feet, get your body, and then bring you back up. It takes a couple of weeks to get you.
Mm.
But it was fun. I mean, fly back home. I mean,
doesn't it suck to know that they've done it before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it a little more real, right?
Right, because the Indians don't allow any barriers or anything unnatural.
Right.
So
they shouldn't.
Right. It's their spot. They're letting you land.
Not even that. Like, stop being a pussy. Put your fucking phone down and enjoy the nature.
I agree. Just be in the moment. That's the biggest problem in the world. Be in the moment.
Enough with the fucking selfies. Shut the fuck up in your dumb Instagram post.
Right. You're not going to do this every day. Just be part of it.
Yeah.
Be a person. Be a part of it. Don't be some weirdo.
Did you go see Mount Rushmore?
No.
Did you go see Petrified Forest?
No. They're on the list.
Did you?
I want to do Big Sur and do all that stuff and see the
Big Sur is awesome too.
I want to see all that.
All that shit.
I've never been to the north side of California. I want to do that.
I need to go to Yosemite. I've been to Yellowstone. Yellowstone's awesome.
Right.
But yeah. The western side of Wyoming. So you have Yellowstone, and then the Grand Tetons, the mountain range, underneath it. Awesome. Shit's beautiful. I've only been to like the southwestern corner of Montana, but awesome. I drove through Idaho at night, so I couldn't see it, but everybody says it's really amazing.
Peaceful. A lot of people out there.
But also mountainous and a lot of pine trees and beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, I just need to do more exploring.
Yeah,
I haven't done that in a while.
It's kind of hard, just working all the time. We're all working all the time. All doing stuff all the time.
Yeah, plus I also think like, what can I do with my kids? If I'm going to spend money, what can I do with my kids?
Sure.
My kids don't like to do shit, though.
They wouldn't find any interest in that, huh? Packing them up and getting them out to Montana.
They might, but then they'd be like, okay, where's the Wi-Fi?
Nope.
Right.
How do you break that cycle? Nope.
Good luck with that.
Right. Oh no, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it would be like annoying for me, right? Because you go out there for tranquility, you don't want to hear somebody bitching about internet service.
Right.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, you just hope they get to a point where they're like, I got to put this thing down, right? That's what we hope. They all put the thing down, be part of that moment. Part of the moment.
Yeah.
Put it down.
Yeah, I just need to do that in a much shorter time frame. Like maybe, little jumps as opposed to like 5 days somewhere where they'd be bored out of their fucking gourds.
Bring them up to Salem for 2 days so they won't get the witch stuff and send them home. You know what I mean?
Scary.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you like that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Fuck.
Maybe we'll
this is always a sad moment in my life. This is like a mini death.
Empty glasses.
It's a mini death that I've experienced hundreds and hundreds of times in my life.
We're not going to put you on the grill for it, though, because you're still breathing. Then we'll call it a day, and we'll go get some more booze or whatever's down there.
Oh, we don't have to call it a day. We could just pause it and do another one. I'm good with that.
Sure.
What do we got on time? We still got 8 minutes. Let's talk shit. Come on.
What do you want to talk shit about for 8 minutes? We've talked shit about everything.
I always put shit in my phone, and then I never look at it.
There you go. Maybe you should start looking at your phone.
I'll try. We got Super Bowl tomorrow.
That's right. And this thing is 8 weeks behind, so it'll be next Super Bowl.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I said, and because this is 8 weeks behind, this will be next Super Bowl.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's okay.
Don't be all picky. This shit's free.
I'm not.
not you. Who's ever listening? Don't get all fucking.
It's a fine line between topical and historical.
Yeah. I kind of like listening to podcasts in the past.
Like old stuff, something that happened?
Yeah. Because you always hear people talking about where shit's going. Like, if you listen to a podcast, they're like, Trump got into office, what's going to happen?
Right.
He's going to cause World War III, whatever, that horseshit that everybody was saying. Or you hear, the pandemic started, we're going to be free in 2 weeks, or...
Right.
Yeah, like I like shit like that, so you could be like the...
Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah.
We didn't die.
Yeah. None of it. We didn't die through any of it.
Right.
We made it through all of it.
Same thing with futurists. We talked about that. The things they thought were going to happen now aren't even close.
Yeah.
60s to now.
100% forgot what I opened up my phone for. I started looking at pictures and shit.
That's great. Now I know.
I was like, there's my shopping list. Did I get all these things? Fucking asshole.
Fucking moth in a fucking flashlight.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You just keep talking. We'll figure it out.
Talking about
pop music.
We're just trying to figure out where the state of cannibalism and your children's boredom cross. Is that a Venn diagram where the two circles meet?
I don't think if you have to kill people for food, you don't have time to be bored.
No,
you got to plot and plan.
Yeah,
you got to be strategic about this shit, because if you get caught,
right. How long do you think it'll last you? One person, a week?
Depends how hefty that person may be.
Well, I mean, let's say you get an average. We're not talking about a big one or a small one. So you get 5-10.
Let's talk about me and my neighbor putting you on the spit.
All right.
How long are you gonna last?
How long am I lasting? I mean, there's parts you can't eat. You can't eat my feet.
Why not? Pig feet. I'll pickle
How dare you?
I'll pick at your feet.
How dare you?
I'll pick at your feet.
You don't got to char that big.
How many people are eating it? Is it just me and the neighbor?
I claim 20 since it's a barbecue.
Do his fucking family have to grub on my kill?
Let's say you hunted the kill, and then as a peace offering to the tribe over there.
Okay.
Because you're using his spit and his wood and everything, right?
All right. So I bring the food. He cooks it.
And you got a bunch of people smell it because it's gonna smell awesome.
Well, he's got a couple kids and a wife, right?
Then he's gonna have some relatives.
She plump.
So you're gonna. But then he's gonna have his relatives because somebody's gonna get on the phone because they're like, "What are you doing tning?" Well, our neighbor killed the guy.
No. Let's hold it right there.
it's going to happen.
No, he'll go on the fucking spit next. He starts inviting people.
Not him. His wife's going to be like, listen,
Then she goes on.
Because
get rid of her.
Well, no, because
get rid of her.
Filipino community is very family oriented. So next thing you know, you're going to turn your back.
She's a white broad.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Even still, I'm sticking with this. You turn your back, you go get a beer out of the fridge, had to go to the bathroom there. Next thing you know, there's 2 cars show up. So you got about 15 people over there.
Then I start waving guns and say, get back in the fucking driver's seat and get out of here.
So we're at that point in society. So you didn't kill me in this society.
Yeah, well, this is what we're talking about.
You killed me during end days.
Yeah, why would I do it on a Sunday afternoon now?
Starving. I don't know.
I'm not that starving. I could just go get a pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
if I'm going to go,
it's the end of days. It's
Armageddon, whatever. It's that. So it's like,
okay,
me and him got an unwritten rule.
We're not going to eat each other.
Right. This is how we work it out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you and him.
If you nab somebody, you invite me over. If I nab somebody,
all right, so you
cook it up.
All right, so it's just 2 of you.
I'll even bring the fucking party hats.
But now
it's cool.
Yeah.
The birthday decorations.
So if it's only 2 of you now.
No, he can invite his family. I mean, he has a wife and 2 kids, right?
Right, and your kids are up for the weekend.
Right.
So there's
okay,
7 people,
7 people,
right.
Whatever. All right.
Wouldn't you want to freeze part of me right away? I mean, you're not going to.
Of course,
you're not going to eat it all. I'm sure a shoulder will.
Dude, you're a side of beef.
I know. So, you cut off a shoulder and you're probably good for the day.
We could probably do an arm. We wouldn't even finish an arm.
Right. You'd have leftovers. There'd be some
whole fucking eyeball on it right now.
I know. Why are you drooling? So I'm figuring.
It's like a fucking ham hock right here.
So I'm figuring you guys
but it's I know it's puffy because of the shirt.
Right.
But if your arm was this big, that's a ham.
Right. So you're
not eating that all in one shot, even 7 people.
No, so you're going to actually eat me to begin with, right? That first day. Everybody's going to eat a little more. They're excited. It's fresh.
Right.
You could probably do pulled pork, pulled John the next day.
Sure.
Shred up a little coleslaw.
Sure.
You're going to throw the bone, make a little soup, right? You can make a ham.
Are you a
soup.
Horseradish guy?
I like horseradish.
A little horseradish and ham?
Right.
Okay.
Or you're going to take that bone, you're going to make a little split pea.
Make a little pierogies with those fucking, the ham and the horseradish there.
You're going to make
a little mustard.
Yeah. See, so you're going to get a meal out of one arm. So you figure that's a week. Especially if you make the split pea soup out of the arm and,
Yeah.
So I got 2 of those.
Got a week. We get that 2 weeks.
2 weeks. You're looking at 3,
right.
4,
and I'm not
going
to be hanging out with them every day.
Right. So you split the meat up a little bit.
Right. So we're going to fucking tinfoil you up.
Freeze
to go packs. Right?
I'd cryovac me. I'd put me in those bags.
Yeah.
Throw me in the freezer. I'd throw out the head. There's no value there.
Well, the apple's in there.
Well, no, you should eat here, right? In
the jowls?
The cheeks and all that's where all the good stuff is, right?
That's good. That's good meat.
That's what they say on the cooking network.
All right.
All right. So you're good for
You know what, though? I'm thinking ahead towards winter, right? So sometimes because I shave my head gets cold.
Right.
So I will just take off your
scalp,
and put it on mine.
Okay.
And then I won't have to wear a hat around the house. Because right now,
you look like Davy Crockett.
Right, when I put a hat on, it starts to move and it grabs onto your stubble and stuff. So it makes your head itch after a while. But I'm thinking skin on skin, maybe not so much.
May lock up, right?
Maybe not so much. It might just be like a second skin, waka waka.
Well, it'll leather up, right?
Leather up.
Once it dries out, so
it'll be like a 1940s football helmet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I see, it'd be a coonskin cap. You'd be like,
just wish you had the ear flaps.
Yeah. I'm sure you can modify the next guy you get.
There you go.
Would you be worried that the guy's not going to do his part? Like, I got the first one.
Dude, he makes the list. He's next.
So, I thought you had the unwritten rule. Like, how long do you go? Like with a good guy in sales, if he doesn't sell within 3 months, you got to fire him.
If the rules are broken, then all bets are off.
Right. I'm just thinking, all right, so you got us through 5 weeks.
Like if I'm hanging out in my backyard and all of a sudden I smell,
meat.
Mildred.
Mm-hmm.
Because he grabbed himself a Mildred, and he's not sharing it.
Oh yeah,
we got problems.
Sure,
we got problems.
Oy vey. I usually try
That's the 2% coming out of you.
I try to,
That's a 2%, you brick bastard.
All right, so we left off there. You're gonna either bang his wife or cook her, or whatever order you do that in.
Depends how annoying she gets, right?
Right. What maybe you want to do the like?
All right, think about. Do you remember the original Night of the Living Dead?
Yes.
Okay, so there was that one dude who was real annoying as fuck, right? And he ended up killing them all because he fucked up and the zombies got in the house.
Right.
I always, the whole time I was watching the movie, I was like, kill him. Get rid of that son of a
problem,
bitch.
right.
He's a fucking problem. You can't have problems in those really crazy situations. You got to get rid of that shit right away. So if she was a problem,
right,
on the spit.
But now you got to kill him too because you need the spit. He owns the spit.
Why would I have to kill him? Maybe he realizes she's a problem. And
you just did him a favor?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah. And what's he need a fucking problem for?
That's right.
Life's tough enough.
That problem. Well, I'd say life's very tough if we're cooking people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm still trying to do the timeline. So you got me for 5 weeks. So he's got 5 weeks to get his shit together and kill something.
You're definitely going to last longer than 5 weeks, bro.
I mean, once it's out and defrosted, you can't put it back in the freezer.
Well, I am splitting it with somebody.
That's what I mean.
So all right, so I got you. I feel you.
Conservatively, 5 weeks.
Okay.
All right. So he's on the clock now. He's got to deliver one, right? Because you're going to go one or the other. You're not going to do all the heavy
it doesn't
lifting.
happen. I don't give a shit.
No, you'll do the heavy lifting.
What am I? I'm not going to be going to a job. What else am I going to be doing? I'm going to be hunting.
Man,
I gotta acquire stuff.
What movie was that?
I don't know.
Where they hunted people.
The thing with Ice-T?
Ice-T? I thought it was an
surviving
older
the game.
It's the same premise.
Okay.
Right? Where rich people hunt poor people.
I only know, yeah.
I mean, they're not eating.
The first one I could think of is surviving the game. I don't know about earlier than that.
I thought there was an older one where
probably.
You know,
probably. But
it's a normal premise.
Yeah, I mean, you got time, so I wouldn't. There's no need for competition, right?
No.
If you have a brother in arms, so to speak, then you roll with that. You can't. It's just like a faith in any relationship,
right?
Right?
Yeah.
You're throwing it out there, hoping that the other person is not doing crazy shit behind your back. They could be.
It can't get much crazier than what we're talking about, but yeah.
No, but anything. If you're in a regular relationship,
right? You hope that they're within range,
right? And you're with your lady, and she goes to some office job, and she's a secretary to some rich lawyer. She's not like blowing all the lawyers from 9 to 5, but you don't know. You just come back and her breath smells like bleach.
It's just an interesting turn on cannibalism, but go on.
Yeah, there you go. It's a cannibalism of a different nature because she's just eating their children.
That's right.
Yeah. So you don't know.
I don't.
You don't know. Nobody knows. So it's a pact that you have. Right, so I have a pact with my neighbor. So but I don't care. I'll just bring more goodness.
So now you did.
You just light it up. You cook it right.
So will you expect him to at least cut the firewood and get it ready? That part.
Well, that's his end. Right. Yeah, if he's the pig roast guy.
Right. He's got to have the tools.
Yeah, he's got to get it together.
Like would you be offended if he's like, listen, I need you to go grab me some trees, cut down some wood. When you get to a point where like, dude, you got to do some of this work. I just killed the last guy.
It depends how tired I am.
Right.
Right. I mean, he's got nothing to do all week.
You would think he
should be collecting wood.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's all part of the cooking game.
The gentleman's agreement.
If you're not going to be the hunter guy, you got to be the cooker guy. So
I think they call that a chef, but
the wood is part of it.
Yeah, it's tools of the trade.
You're really going to give him the title of chef? He's putting a fucking metal spike up your ass and out your mouth and spinning you.
He's basting me.
He's basting you.
He's spicing me.
Will we have butter at that point? You'd have to make your own.
You have to make your own.
Be churning.
Maybe that's what the
gorillas be churning.
Right. That's the note we end on.
What's that?
That's the note we end on.
We can keep going. Don't stop there. Don't stop.
What do we have to?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh.
All right. Fuck it.
All right.
We're out, folks. It's been a pleasure.
Yes. Until next time.
TOT!